Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the midday update from Game Edge. This is Michael coming to you. Just looking at some key areas on SPX from our game plan this morning. Go ahead and go back into our pre-market prep that we posted this morning. The video I did, I was talking about the top of the Drunken Sailor range was 6,700. That was going to be the first area we need to get over. If we saw some failure around that area, opportunity to short. For a move back down towards transition area. This is 0DT transition, which we're inside of now, as well as the Drunken Sailor range. We tested the top of those 0DT transition areas multiple times. Going over to our market trend model, which is what we were inquiring about this morning, or what I was discussing. We're seeing some selling via our market trend model. Obviously not a significant amount. It's starting to pick up a little bit in the afternoon here on our filtered cumulative tick. So it's more selling than buying occurring in the overall market. Obviously still above the colored ribbon, but just trending back down below these shorter term moving averages, which are our momentum railroad track indicators. And then our quality tick is right at the top of those moving averages, just kind of failing at the top here. So again, not unlikely to see a pullback after that significant move to 6,700 yesterday. We'll look at our intraday volume metrics here in just a few minutes, but watching down below us, P-Trans, COTMP, 0GEX, the bottom of the 0DT transition area, really just a large confluence there of an important level. So we'll watch to see how price reacts around there. And then SPY, just pull back to P-Trans, but we're still above key areas, COTMP and 0GEX. Qs are just under P-Trans, but still above 0GEX. IWM had a strong move at the start this morning. Then just kind of pulling back, and then obviously SPX here. So we'll go ahead and look over to our vol command. This is our latest run. To get everybody orientated, the solid green line is the call centroid. This just tells us the mass of where massive market participants are transacting calls, and as well as the put centroid, where the massive market participants are transacting the put centroid. And then we put a linear fit line, which is kind of the central point transitioning all the way. So you can see the call slope is obviously negative. Put slope is fairly flat, so not a large amount of puts transacting much lower to the downside. Just the call slope is just kind of trending down. So again, unless we see this put slope really start turning to the downside, indicating out of the money put speculations really ramping up, we'd anticipate this just to continue sideways with the weakness down towards these key areas where these puts have transacted. We see obviously spikes at 66.70. That's roughly about the bottom of that Drunken Sailor range, as well as the transition areas, and then the lows down here around 66.50. And then the calls just keep coming in just right above spot price here, trending lower. Obviously, so we'll continue to watch this as we trend lower in the overall market. Just a pullback within a large uptrend so far. Really nothing out of the ordinary. Really not a significant urgency on the market trend model unless we see this really start to drop down, indicating institutions are selling. And then new highs versus new lows. New highs are still outpacing new lows slightly as we continue to just see an overall pullback. And then we'll move over to the individual equities. Again, stocks holding up very well. AMD, Apple, Meta. Meta's below negative GEX and N-Trans and P-Trans. That's one of the weakest ones. Google's still above P-Trans. NVIDIA, just after that large run, is just kind of pulling back, still above positive transition areas. Tesla's right at the positive transition area. So again, not a significant sell-off is occurring, or it's just a trending down pullback. Again, we'll watch how we handle this 66.70 from this morning. If anybody has any questions, want to go over any individual stocks, let me know, and I'll go ahead and pull up our latest vol run when it comes through. Net stat command, I can go ahead and pull that up. Again, this high sensitivity areas. We were talking about 66.50. If we got below that, then we could see a little bit more removal of deltas. But so in the money calls below us, these will continue to be supportive. Obviously, these are all the way down to 6,600, so most likely probably not traverse or transverse all the way down there. Charm at 66.50. Again, as long as we're above those will continue to be supportive. And you see those out of the money calls. Those are negative. Those continue to grow. That gave us that overhead headwind that we talked about. And then you see gamma 6700, 6665. Again, that's that bottom of the transition area, bottom of the drunken sailor range. And then you see the Vanna areas also. So we were just stacked at 6700. It was going to be really extremely difficult to get over that hurdle, and that's where we continue to see the failure. We talked about put debit spreads or selling a call spread this morning above 6,700 if we failed, and that's playing out nicely. We talk again talking about that in our morning SPX game plan for today. So I just want to jump on here, obviously, just update everybody on a market trend model as well as kind of where we're trending. Within the overall 0DT transition and drunken sailor range is going to be extremely choppy back and forth as we're driven by the intraday volumetrics. And here you can see on our interactive 1 minute chart where that 6700 level was just significant area to get over, and obviously trend versing back down. So we'd anticipate some sort of bouncing area around 70, 65, 70 if we get down towards that level. Zero Gex is at 6670, so in trans is 6670, so we'd anticipate some sort of supportive type action into this lower area here if we pull back, and most likely just trap between these two probably for rest of the day unless we see a large change in sentiment and structure as well as the market trend model. So all right, thanks everybody for joining us. Let me know if you want to go to any single stocks. I'll hang around just for a couple other minutes, but just want to jump on and give everybody a quick intraday update. So again, like and subscribe on X as well as YouTube. You'll be notified when we go live, and again, we'll keep producing intraday content as well as post-market content to review. So. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. Make it a great day. Yep, sounds good.